No, but folks, okay, here's something that I don't understand, okay? Have you guys heard this on the news? They talk about the I'd like to have a beer with the guy vote. Is anybody in here who would like to have a beer with George Bush? Anyone? Just clap your hands. Come on, anyone? There you go. We got a couple people. Yeah. I don't understand you people. I don't understand you people at all. I mean, frankly, you guys make me sick. Okay? Let me explain something to you. All right? George Bush is a recovering alcoholic, and you guys want to have a beer with him. That is just wrong. You don't have a beer with a recovering alcoholic because you know why? Beer is a gateway drink. I kid you not. Beer is a gateway drink. You start off, you're drinking some beer at the barbecue. Next thing you know, you're drunk on cheap tequila choking on pretzels. It's not a good thing. So yeah, these people who want to have a beer with George Bush, I don't understand them. Because you know what? That's just cruel. Recovering alcoholic, you guys got to worry about it, man. I mean, think about it this way. Having a beer with George Bush would be like going over to Ronald Reagan's house and challenging him to a game of Simon. Oh, I can't stop there. Nothing will let me. It would be like challenging FDR to a game of hacky sack. Come on, Franklin, move that wheelchair around. I'm getting bored. Yeah. So, you know, I watch a lot of TV, actually. I don't watch too much TV. I just watch like one episode of every program just to see how funny it is. Like for a really hysterical episode of Three's Company, where one of the roommates overheard the other two talking about something and totally took it out of context and then got Mr. Furley involved. Oh, it was just hysterical drama, I tell you. And, you know, I've been watching The Dukes of Hazzard because, frankly, folks, that show confuses the hell out of me. Okay, first off, Bo or Luke seem to have a woman in every single episode, and I find that unfair because I got a whole lot more going for me than Bo and Luke. Okay, first off, if a guy came up to you in a bar, ladies, and said, "Hey, you want to come home with me?" and you were like, "Oh, okay, tell me about yourself." "Well, I ain't got no job, and I live with my uncle who brews illegal whiskey. And me and my cousin share a car, but the doors don't open." You're not going to be going home with a guy like that. And something else I don't understand about the Dukes of Hazzard is Boss Hogg, okay? Boss Hogg, a man with two main character traits. He's got greed and stupidity, which, yes, folks, makes him the personification of the Bush-Cheney ticket. But if I were Boss Hogg, I think I would be able to catch those Du Bois. I'd call up all the road crews in Hazard County, and I'd say, "I want you to go out and level anything that would launch a '69 Dodge Charger into the air." Those Du Bois would be behind.
That's right.
And why are the road crews working on dirt roads? It doesn't make any sense to me. Another thing I was watching the other day was Dateline NBC. You guys seen this, where they go after the sexual predators? You guys seen this stuff? All right. I want Dateline to apply those journalistic skills of theirs to exposing politicians. I want the guys on Dateline to get online and masquerade as a 72-year-old oil industry tycoon who wants to invade some country in the Middle East. And then they can bust Dick Cheney walking in there with a six-pack of beer and a cooler and some weapons of mass destruction. Stay back or I'll pepper you. Yeah, that Dateline, I tell you. So something else that I thought that was interesting I saw on the news. Folks, did you know that in Japan, people are buying used panties? Folks, I kid you not. In Japan, people are buying used panties. And I'm not talking about grandma panties either. I'm talking about little thongs worn by a college girl. Picture something like Sailor Moon wearing a thong, and you got a good idea what I'm talking about. But they buy these things for $50 a pop. Would you sell your underwear for $50, man?
Yes.
No? You would?
Yes.
Would you sell your underwear for $1, man?
Yeah.
Yes? Excellent. I buy some underwear tonight. Where's $1? I got one. Aha! A pair of underwear is mine. But folks, these guys are buying panties from a vending machine in the subway for $50 a pop. And apparently, I mean, from what I've read online, the Tokyo subway system is just something terrible. It smells bad, it's packed. And really, there is absolutely no way to have a relaxing ride on the subway unless you have the crotch of a recently purchased pair of used panties pressed to your nose, so you can inhale deeply. Let me tell you, after a long week in the office, sniffing some used panty crotch on the way home, melts the work week away. And you come back home to your wife and kids all stress-free and relaxed and feeling happy and smelling like pussy. And your wife comes up to you and you pull her tight and you give her a big kiss and she smells that pussy on your face. And she's like, Texel! Why do you always spend all your money on panties? What are we going to sleep on tonight? Your panties? Wow, that worked a whole lot better last time. Gotta write that down. Not a good Galveston joke. They will sell their panties for $1. Don't get the humor. Excellent. Okay.